Yo, what's up, everybody? Yo, what's up, Mr. Star? All right, Mr. Star, hit me up on Twitter, and I'll send you. Because I know that like, while you remember, there was a week or maybe a week and a half where I didn't get the videos out, so I'm behind. So if you message me on Twitter, I'll just send you those videos so you can get whatever you missed. And any other members in here, you'll be getting another members video tonight. That's actually what I'm gonna do right after this stream's over. For I guess members will know, but unfortunately, for almost a week now, I've been suffering through tendonitis in my wrist, and it's my right hand, which I'm right hand dominant, so that makes editing videos and stuff way harder. And then, yeah, but now it's doing a lot better, but it's not completely done. But Tabata's arm went crazy this chapter. Yeah, this was a really, really good chapter. The final page it reminds me of peak Tabata, like towards the end of the Elf arc, like the last like 30 chapters of the Elf arc, and then like parts of Spade. Like, oh my god, it's like it's actually insane how cool this chapter is, guys. Well, everybody's doing well. I haven't streamed in a while. I've just been crazy busy. Like, I've been wanting to stream, but part of it, you know, my cousin came into town, and also because I had tendonitis, I knew I was probably gonna get behind on videos, so I spent more time on other things. Like, for example, like I still was editing, but I could only edit like half my normal speed, so I just had like no time to stream. But from here on out, for at least until I go on my like vacation next month, I should be streaming at the very least once a week. But I want to be doing like twice a week. But hope everybody's doing well. Matt, I will respond, and I kind of want to watch that movie too. But you're powering out, damn. Oh, you got COVID, Rapid Cougar? No. Dang, hopefully you recover quickly. Hopefully you don't get any long-term symptoms like I got. So, hopefully, and I'm sure you'll be just fine. I'm ready to go for Trump. Oh my god. He's probably not even gonna be eligible. Hey, yo, Plume Bob. What's up? Member for 11 months. Appreciate their support. There's a lot to talk about this chapter. Like, guys, don't turn your wrist condition into power scaling. Well, I'm fine, like, in terms of my wrist now. Like, I have braces for it just in case it happens. And, like, I've also not been doing as much the last few days, too, to try to help it recover faster. But so, Rapid Cougar, my long-term effects for COVID, I had, I can't remember what it was called, but it's, what is it? There's like, I can't remember the actual term for it, but basically I was tired all the time. So, like, even when I like, got a full amount of sleep, I was still always tired. And that lasted for, like, I think maybe, like, 6 months at most. But it was really, mainly, it was, like, really bad the first 3 months after I got COVID. And also, I actually have something that's never gone away, but, like, I have snow vision. Which means that when I look, a lot of the times, it looks like I have a, like, fuzzy TV screen filter over my vision. And that's mainly, though, only when I'm looking at, like, blank. Like, if I'm looking at my wall right now, it looks like somebody put a fuzzy TV screen filter over it. I went to an eye specialist, though. They basically said that, you know, that's really nothing. Then there's nothing wrong with my eyes. It's just one of those weird things with that COVID. But yeah. As for this chapter, man, oh man. You know what's really funny, guys? Like, this is hilarious to me. Is I see people calling the Black Bulls frauds because they're losing to a single Paladin, and that Paladin is Damnatio, who, like, people joke on Damnatio because he couldn't fight the Ancient Demon or whatever, even though Ancient Demon was above 80% Dark Triad level. But, like, this is not Damnatio. This is a 15 months later Paladin Damnatio. This is, like, not even a thing, right? Also, what I find really weird, like, what is really weird about this is people are saying this makes the Black Bulls frauds, right? For fighting and struggling against a Paladin. Even though their heavy hitter, Asta, is not there. Yami is not there. Noelle is not there. And then Vanessa and Finral are there, but they're not fighting. They're a part of the ritual that is going to summon Asta. So how many of the most important Black Bulls are not actually fighting in this? And the fact that they're even doing anything to Damnatio is actually crazy. And I don't know why people are calling them frauds. Like, they are without their captain, their strongest fighter, one of their other strongest fighters, and they're two of their best support mages. And people are still calling them frauds. Like, I know this is probably just a small portion of the fandom, but, like, I still see it. Like it better not be from any Golden Dawn stan saying it. Like, imagine having your squad getting half wiped by 2 Dark Disciples. But it's just silliness, but... Oh, new chapter leaks, I forgot about that. Yeah, it'll be tonight. That's crazy. Like, these last few days have gone by so fast for me. Hey, Broku, do you think Gauche and Gray will turn into Paladins? I think that at least some of the Black Bulls will, yeah. But, where do I live? Matt, $2 super chat. I live on the West Coast, baby. But, thanks for that super chat, Matt. Appreciate that. Anyways. There's a lot to get from this chapter, like... I'll see if this display capture will work. Okay, first off, I need to get that freaking hentai ad off. Like, that's the worst thing about using some sites for manga is you get, like, hentai ads, and... Does this work? Okay, yeah. Like, look at this freaking panel of that, like... These, like, look at Luck. Luck is just a menace. An absolute menace right there. Man, I cannot wait to see the next chapter. I cannot wait to see the leaks tonight. But I found this to be an interesting chapter. What I really don't want to happen, though, guys, is like this fight just started last chapter with the Black Bulls arriving. Then we get this chapter, and the Black Bulls kind of get bodied. They put up a fight at first, but they kind of get bodied. This fight, if it ends next chapter, I will be very disappointed. I will be very, very disappointed if we don't get at least... If we get 2 more chapters of their fight, I'll be okay with it. But I think we really need 3 more chapters of this fight. And it really could be even more, because you could give multiple Black Bulls their moment. We can learn more about Damnatio, which we barely know anything about him. Like, I really want it to be revealed that the reason why Damnatio judged his father was because his father was sentimental to Conrad's rebellion. And if the manga confirmed that, not only would it would completely negate all the the movie's non-canon arguments, but also begin to build up Damnatio's backstory. But I guess we can only hope, right? Oh, people are talking about Sukuna slander. What's up, Benji? Thanks for that super chat. Appreciate it. Thoughts on that game coming out? We're talking about the mobile game. That looks sick, and I cannot wait to play it. Cannot wait for it to release. Broku clicked that. That said he can't last for 5 minutes. Oh my god. No, I don't... It's so weird calling Sukuna a fraud. Like, for one... Like, because people are saying a fraud because he couldn't beat Gojo on his own, right? But it is his own. He stole... He literally took Megumi's technique. That makes it his ability now. It's just a really weird thing. And the fact that, like... That's the other thing people are also forgetting. Gojo also had to train in Prison Realm. And then train for, like, the 5 or 6 weeks when he broke out of prison. Or when he was broken out of Prison Realm. So, like, people don't realize. If it was the same Gojo from Shibuya who was going into this fight with Sukuna, he would have been dead a long time ago. But this fight, though, guys, Gojo versus Sukuna, is literally peak. Like, I have not been this excited, like, reading a fight since, like, watching Super Saiyan 2 Gohan versus Perfect Cell. Like, it is absolutely phenomenal. But back to Black Clover, though. I'll talk probably more about JJK when this is over. Or when I get over, like, talking about this chapter. But, yeah, I was talking about, I think we really need more chapters. Like, if the fight ends next chapter with the Black Bulls winning, I will be very disappointed. We need at least 2, but 3+ is like, damn, Tabata, let's give him some time to cook. You can't put the pizza in the oven at 1,000 degrees and pull it out 2 minutes later. You gotta put it in at 400, and then you let it cook. We gotta let Tabata cook. And I just really hope that his editor and the publishers let him do more than one more chapter with the Black Bulls. That really is my fear, that's what we're going to be getting. Black Clover's final arc, MHA final arc. I need to get caught up in MHA, but yeah, neither, like, you could not call Gojo, like, or Sukuna frauds. They're literally the peak of the series right now. But it's just fun, though. It's all in good fun. It's just, you know, fandom, rivalries, Gojo fans, Sukuna fans. It's all in good fun, but like, neither of them are frauds if people are taking it seriously. Anyways, so when it comes to this chapter, I am glad. Like, for one, I don't think I've actually streamed about the chapters in the last few chapters because of how busy I've been. I predicted it right. I predicted that the Black Bulls and Damnatio were going to get a rematch. So my theory was correct. Another Broku theory W. It's Damnatio versus the Black Bulls. I don't think I've been able to gloat about that yet. But, yeah, this is a fight that almost... Well, technically it started. It actually happened, but it just didn't get finished. It started in the manga during Asta's trial. Well, Asta and Sekira's trial. And I really wanted that to be a full-blown fight or even rebellion. It would have been so sick. And now we're finally getting it picked back up. But it's also not necessarily a full thing because... Like I said, we don't have all the Black Bulls there. Asta, Noel, and Yami, they're not there. And 2 of them can't even, like, fight right now because of the ritual. But, still, I'm really glad this is happening. I think this animated would be absolutely insane. But yeah, so this has been a question that has actually been brought up ever since the idea of this rematch happening. Is you got Gordon and Henry's Curse Worker's neighbor, where it lets Henry, like, absorb magic in a focused way. And it actually just counters Damnatio's scale magic. Like, his ability to take magic away or balance magic. Curse Worker's neighbor actually negates that, which I find actually really, really cool. But just because they can negate it doesn't mean they're stronger. I'm going to see if I can pull up a few images. So yeah, we got the magic absorption. Then you got Curse Worker's neighbor. But Damnatio pulls out this really cool sword and then just puts a cross in him. Just crucifies him. But I don't know. There's actually a lot going on in this chapter. Like, technically the Black Bulls are just getting bodied, but Gray is going around with her magic, and she is just making it so they don't die, because she has really, really good healing magic. And Gauche has made a bunch of copies of her. She's all over the battlefield. Like, she's right here. She's right here. And she's just basically going around and making it so people do not die. And yeah, she's all over the battlefield. And so really the Black Bulls would be dead. And this is a crazy, right? Look at this. She is stopping Noct from dying. That's how busted Damnatio is. This is Double Devil Union Noct 15 months later after the Spade Saga. Remember that Double Devil Union Noct could make a spell that was strong enough to at least bind Lucifero for like a few seconds before he broke out of it. Granted, that was not Lucifero's full 50% power, but still, like, this is a 15 months later Noct. Like, this is, like, crazy that Damnatio is just no-diffing him. It's just really crazy. The power progression is going insane. Tabata, please stop it. Please stop it. You don't know why Noct didn't do double unit attack spells. Yeah. Gray has healing magic. Yeah, remember, that was like a major plot point, is that she made it so that Gauche's wound that was a mortal wound is as if it was never there. It's actually even like greater than regular healing. Base Deku solos Lucifero. Matt, I know you're just trying to get people to get all riled up. Hey, Kate Lizzie, what's up? Oh, make sure your grandma wasn't dead. Damn, I need more context on that. Hopefully she's okay, but appreciate for coming in. But, okay, got a super chat. $5 from Justin IL. Appreciate that. I wish Magna's death match had a passive effect that buffs his base magic when he steals someone's magic, like Dante. That'd make him a lot stronger. So yeah, I have some theories of what I think might happen. Like, I think that at this fight, I think they might win. But I think the Black Bulls might win, but I don't think it's going to be a great like victory for them. If they win, I think that some of them are going to die. At least one of them's going to die. And maybe another one will become a Paladin. But one of my theories is that if there's going to be one to die, it'll be Magna. And I think that Magna might do something similar to a Soul Chain deathmatch, where instead of doing it with his opponent, he will do it with all of the Black Bulls. So, like, for example, they'll all be sharing magic power, and they can, like, manifest that magic power when it's best for them. So, for example, if one of the Black Bulls isn't, like, if they're moving and they're not in the middle of a fight, they're not taking very much magic power. Whereas the Black Bull that is about to punch Damnatio has the most magic power. But also, it makes it so that if somebody gets wounded, all that goes to Magna and he absorbs it all. Like, that'd be so sick if that's how Magna goes out. But he's putting the Black Bulls on his back, taking all of their damage with a Soul Chain deathmatch, and then he gets the W again, but this time he dies. You've seen some crazy scalings for Asta. I mean, yeah, there's a lot. Asta and Black Clover is a pretty busted verse. It's not like the strongest, but yeah, you can go pretty high. But Byron, how do I feel about Noct saying Damnatio is stronger than a Supreme Devil? That is basically kind of the debate. It's funny, people are using this to say that there is no power cliffing, because they're saying that, oh, that Damnatio is stronger than a Supreme Devil. That means he's only as strong as as Lilith and Nama. Which literally is impossible, because if he was only as strong as Lilith and Nama, then Ultimate Magic Luck would be just bodying him, because he obliterated Magicula, and Magicula dwarfs Lilith and Nama. Like, it literally cannot be that they're as strong as Lilith and Nama. Also, if you just use when Noct got even stronger, like, because he gets stronger because he is able to actually go against Lucifero for at least a little bit. That's even before he did the combo spell. So, yeah, it's like, literally, it cannot be Lilith and Nama, but people are just actually just using this to downplay the series already. And I knew it was going to happen. Where did my chat go? Okay. But here's kind of how I see it. Is like, for example, and in the two translations I've seen, so two different translations, it says that he is stronger than a Supreme Devil. Now, if we're going by logic, the most logical way is that you believe that he is stronger than a Supreme Devil, as in a whole. Like, as in all Supreme Devils. Because, for example, Lucifero, he's the King of Devils, but he's also a Supreme Devil. He's a Cliff-Off Devil. So yeah, Damnatio should be stronger, and like I said, it's based on the context of Double Devil Union Noct was able to hold down Lucifero. Sure, it wasn't the full Lucifero, but still, this is also a 15 months later Noct. He would be way stronger. Also, as I said, let me pull this up too for you guys. This is Ultimate Magic Luck. And he's actually even struggling against the Angels. Like, he needs to be healed by the Angels' attacks by Gray, which is showing how strong the Angels are. And not only that, is Luck is using True Magic with his Ultimate Magic, which he didn't do that against Magicula to obliterate. So this is a Luck who 15 months ago, without the runes and arrays, could obliterate Magicula. Magicula is decently high up on the Supreme Devil chain, and now you have a much stronger luck with runes and arrays. Also, like, and Damnatio scales well above him. And this is how you can also get even crazier scaling for the Black Bulls. Where is it? Oh yeah, so Zora eats a attack from one of the angels, and he absorbs it. He's about to punch it double at Damnatio. Damnatio negs it like it's nothing. So that means Damnatio is more than 2 times stronger than the angels. So yeah, the scaling is, again, like, going crazy in this arc. It just, the power cliff is insane. But yeah, if you go by that context, that Luck was already fighting Supreme Devils, Double Devil Yanok was already fighting Supreme Devils 15 months ago, and now they're way stronger. Downplaying Damnatio to Lilith and Nama level is just actually insane. Like, going by context, going by all the evidence, that statement means it's just stronger than a Supreme Devil, as in that the title of Supreme Devil. They are stronger than any Supreme Devil. They are stronger than Lucifero. Does anyone gonna mention how Magna is matching luck and speed? So yeah, that actually happens all the time in the manga. Actually, the anime too. Is that Magna can usually be similar in speed to luck. And let's see though. We don't. That's the kind of the issue with this is. Let me pull it up. Let me see if I can find it. So in this, let me know if I'm wrong. I don't see Magna, but in this, Luck's right here. Wait, no, that is Magna right there, isn't it? Damn, okay, so they literally are comparable in speed, because they're both right here, then all of a sudden they're both right here. There's a chance still that Luck got there first, but, yeah, I mean, Luck's always, or Magna and Luck have always had comparable speed, because they're rivals. That's just kind of how it is. But, so it's not really anything new. So, Supreme Feet Magic, oh my god. He might, yeah, that's another good point, Oofouch, is they might be boosted by Nox's Shadow Hands. And also, I believe in that thing, we actually see the Cotton Magic. So, here's how you could also justify it, right? Is, at least from what I see here, like, this looks like Magna. And it's not Charmy, because Charmy's right here on the sheep. And this is the sheep with looking ready to punch. So it might not be Magna's pure speed. This could be that it's his speed with Charmy's sheep punching as well, and that explains why their speed is similar. Because you could argue that, okay, like, Magna being similar speed to Luck in his base, like, base Luck makes sense, but Ultimate Magic Luck might not make as much sense, but this does imply that it might be boosted Magna. But then again, this is also a boosted Luck, so it does kind of, you know, match out, because this is Luck using 3 arrays to amp his speed. So, nothing new, really. But, yeah, so in terms of power scaling, this just shows even further that... What do you mean racist confirmed? When it comes to power scaling, that statement would just apply that he's stronger than Lucifero, because it would just mean stronger than a Supreme Devil. Because if he scales to any of the other paladins, like Ossier, or even the other paladins, like, bro, Yurlu it might not even be a strong paladin, and he thought that Achika's Zetin and all the other Ryuzen Zetin might not have been that impressive. He might have been the strongest of the 3 there in the Land of the Sun, though. He might have been stronger than Sister Lily. But, like I said, the Land of the Sun, the scaling is kind of all over the place. I need to, like, read that again before making my Ryuzen stuff. Yeah, hard to disagree with that. With what, Tingus Pingus? Yeah, just let me know what you disagree with, Tingus Pingus, and I can further expand on what I'm saying. Imagine Magna versus Conrad. Oh, yeah, that actually be cool. Now, okay, do you guys want me to do a video? Do you guys want me to do a video of the 4 Wizard Kings from the movie versus the Dark Triad? I actually just recorded a video, a collaboration with Spencer again, where we're doing the Hokage versus the 4 Wizard Kings. Well, you'll see it, but I also want to make a whole review of the movie. Sloppy name. The series is not a mess. Why? You're such a hater, bro. Like, this is what I don't understand, right? When I drop out of a series, which seems like Sloppy Name has, when I drop out of it, seeming like how he's dropped out of Black Clover, like it's not something he loves anymore. I don't go into other people's streams saying how bad it is. Like, it's just weird. Like, Sloppy Name, no hate to you, but like I don't know why you even waste your time coming into a stream where we're gonna be talking about Black Clover. But so about that rumor of Black Clover returning in 2024. So I doubt the Black Clover anime could return in 2024. If it's just been greenlit, which credible sources are saying the anime got greenlit. From what I know, that's all that means is that there's been a green light, that the anime can start going into production. That still means they have to outline the episodes, have another director come in and change like how it's going to be adapted from the manga. I doubt it's going to be out in 2024 if it's just been greenlit lately. Or recently, I mean. So, 2025 is a lot more likely. Hopefully, it's like a 13-episode core. If that's how you pronounce it, because it's spelled differently from other ways I've seen core. And I've never heard somebody say it. But, because if it's 2025 and it's just a 13-episode core, I think that they could still make it look really, really good. So hopefully it's that. But I'd be so stoked if the anime is back, especially to see the Spade animated. I would be absolutely stoked to see that. Like, we would all be so hyped. We'd all be rejoicing again. Which, I mean, this is what I've been saying to you guys for months. If the movie does well, which it did, the anime is going to come back. And now we got credible sources saying the anime is going to come back. So, there we go. Okay, Lizzie. Let me see. So, let's see. If I just go... Let me look up a channel who has memberships.
What is up, guys?
Alright. Wait. Maybe this channel doesn't do memberships. I need to find a channel who does memberships. Because it probably won't work if I just show mine. This is somebody who I used to be a membership for. Okay. Let me pull it up. So this is a guy I used to really watch on YouTube. Still like him. He's a cool dude. When the Smith plays. You guys do Call of Duty, or no Call of Duty Zombies, I think, or he even moved on to Fortnite. But, let me see. So if you want to become a member, you go to the channel, and you just press join. Click join. And then I'll let you become a member. So, somebody was asking, that is how you do it. How many power-ups Asta had already? I mean, a fair amount. I think they have too many power-ups. See, that, like, I don't know. I also disagree with the idea that a character thinking something is strong or weak really means anything as far as their scaling goes. That's more for scaling versus... Wait. I don't know what you're exactly referring to, Tingus Pingus. Broku's wallpaper is Yuno's hairy feet. What the What is going on, guys? What are you talking about? But I don't get the notion like that it's a bad thing that Asta's had power-ups. Especially when most of them like make sense and are explained. But so yeah. Chapter was really good. And like I said, I just really hope that we get some more chapters. We can learn more about Dalmatio. We learn more about some of the Black Bulls, maybe. Like, But hey, Black Bulls aren't done, guys. Charmy hasn't even gone to her dwarven form yet. This might be Charmy's moment. Charmy going against a Paladin. And also, we need to know what Damnatio's other magical attribute is. People are saying it might be sword magic because he created a sword. But I don't know. Very interesting stuff going on. Oh, okay, so Tingus Pingus. When you were referring to Yurlu thinking Ichika Zen, isn't that OP? Okay, so that's what you're disagreeing with. This is... Let me actually go back to those chapters and tell you, like, why I think that's justified. What I said. So, this is why I think you can argue that Yurulu might scale above the Paladin, or might scale above the Ryuzen, except for Yosuga, is that all the Paladins are here when all of the Ryuzen use their Zetten against the dragons, even Ichika. Alright. And we go next chapter, 347. Oh no, actually it's the next chapter after that. It is only when your Asta negates Yurlu's own attack that his fighting instincts are roused. In that moment, recognizing a tough enemy, the beast roused its fighting instincts. So, Yurlu didn't necessarily think that the Ryuzen with their Zetten were a tough enemy, but he thought Asta was. So, that is kind of my point. I think it's more so than just thinking a character is strong. It's more so like he saw the power of the Ryuzen, and then he saw the power of Asta, and that roused. It's not just he's saying it; his entire body is having a reaction to that, and then he goes crazy. But I understand if like that doesn't necessarily mean it has to be that, but I think it's decently supported. But I saw one of your recent videos. You scaled Dimension Celeste. It's a hacked ability where people scale off it. So just because something is a hack doesn't mean it also has. It doesn't mean that it doesn't have attack potency. It can still have it, especially if it's a spell that moves. So, for example, Dimension Slash moves. It's a slash that moves, which means it'll have a force to it, or it means it can have a force to it. And, for example, right, Dimension Slash cuts through space or it cuts through dimensions. But if I had no force, like let's say I'm holding this bottle of tea. If I cut the bottle in half with Dimension Slash, if there's no force to it, the bottle wouldn't move. All it would do was be cut in half. Like, for example, it's laying down and I cut it in half. The only thing that would move it would be the gravity of Earth and make it so it'd fall apart. But if I slash it with Dimension Slash and the bottle obliterates, even though the slash was hacks, the force it produced was still a force. Therefore, it still have attack potency. And while Yami's Dimension Slash cut Glamour World in half, the force of Dimension Slash obliterated it. So, don't be deleting messages, Matt. Not like that. That's a funny message. Matt, stop doing that to people's comments, bro. Lizzie, that just might mean that it's not available in your country. Or maybe there's a setting that you have to put on. I know it's not available in every country, but sorry. But then again, that's weird, though, because if you've been gifted a membership, I don't know how you couldn't become one, but this chat has become feet power scaling. Yeah, let's move away from feet. Let's move from feet to feats, because feats are better than statements, right? Oh, damn, the chapter went away. But yeah, guys, I got some good videos coming out. My next video is a JJK video. I'm doing a video discussing if Yuji's a special grade level fighter now. if you guys don't remember, if you guys have been subbed to me for years, you'll know I've made a lot of videos discussing is Asta captain level, is Yuno captain level, is Noelle captain level. Obviously, right, Yuji's not classified a special grade. Like, he's not classified that, but more so I'm tackling it from does he deserve it? Does he have the feats, the scaling to do that? And that's what we talk about in that video. And the next video after that will probably be the Wizard Kings versus the Hokage. And then after that, I'll probably be making my video on why Asta is universal. Hopefully that'll finally come out. So, things are going good. And Black Clover's peak right now. JJK's peak right now. There's a new manga that's a Viking fantasy that I like so far. It's called Icehead Gill. So there's a lot of cool stuff going on right now, guys. Like, it's good to be a manga fan. I'm enjoying life. It's summer right now. Like, damn. Yeah, dead meme train. That's true. Him scaling relative to Maki is a major part of the video because Maki, yeah, Rapid Cougar, I'll make you mod too. Just because you're always here consistently. I almost put you as a hiding you on the channel. But I just made you mod. Yeah. Damn, what was I talking about before that? Oh yeah, the Maki stuff. Maki, while not even fully realized, while dying from her wound, can no-diff a special grade 1. And Yuji scales relative to a full power, fully realized Maki. Byron, maybe I'll do a TikTok on that, which I'm starting to do TikToks, and it's fun time. Oh my god. Dude, I've gotten this comment so many times. So I just posted a TikTok where I showed my face, and I showed my face probably 5+ times on this channel, probably 10+ times on my other channel, so many times on my stream highlights channel, because I used to do my fitness channel. Somebody commented, I've got this comment so many times where they thought I was black. Like, I just got that comment right, like, 8 minutes ago. That's funny. There's nothing wrong with that, I just think it's funny, because I guess I sound like that, but oh my god. I love so this is what I've noticed, right? People, and this is generalizing, it's not everybody who watches TikToks and who watches YouTube Shorts, but you are more likely to find stupider people who are on the short form content stuff. Most people are not going to be stupid, but somebody just commented on my TikTok of me talking about the movie being canon, and they say the Netflix staff already came out and said the movie's not canon, as if the Netflix staff has any say of the movie being canon. God damn. That's a good idea, Louis. Inward pass test? No. We're not gonna do that. That's funny, Gaga1X. I think I actually followed you on TikTok. If you just look at Broku no Hero, that's me. But yeah, I guess if you want a face reveal. Broku no Hero on TikTok. But I could just watch my own TikTok on my streams as, like, extra content. But I just started. I only have a few posts. But if you just look up Broku no Hero, you should see a picture of an anime profile. That's actually a character I created and had commissioned to draw, named Sigmund. But yeah, that's my face. That's what I look like right now. But I'll be looking differently because I've been on a cut in my diet. And once I reach the end, I'm going to look even Chadlier. God, that was cringe. The movie is filler. No, it's not. Yo, what's up, Planet Jeff? But, yeah, like, I hate the idea of people just completely not understanding what canon is. And people apply that to the movie. Like, people were commenting on my videos, and they're like, Tabata actually... I get what you mean, Antonio, but Tabata is a major source on what is canon, but it doesn't have to be him as the only one who says it. But the movie is not filler. It is cutting season. Well, technically it's not. Spring is supposed to be cutting season. Summer is supposed to be maintaining season. Fall is clean bulking. And winter is dirty bulking, which I actually don't even recommend. But I understand if you don't see the movie as canon, but if you go through the actual evidence, it's canon. It's just that when it comes to like manga, people are so weird with what they consider canon. Like, they'll say if it wasn't in the manga, it's not canon. But then they'll use things, they'll cherry pick things that are not in the manga. Like, for example, they will use, like, you remember like the questions brigades where it had like those rankings? Those aren't actually in the chapters. They are outside of the chapters. But they will still use those. They will use author statements, even though those are not in the manga. So a lot of these people, they say things aren't canon, and then their justification for it is not very good. I've shown my face many times. Clean bulking and dirty bulking. So clean bulking is basically you're eating healthy foods and you're in a slight caloric surplus. Dirty bulking is you're eating non-healthy foods and you're in a pretty big caloric surplus. Didn't Rax claim the same thing about Edward's ice magic? Yeah, like, Rax, love that guy, but he was being super goofy about the movie stuff. Don't lose to doubt. Yeah, that's just not really an argument. I've seen that brought up, but you don't even need to have luck be able to sense that. Because even if luck... Let's say if luck was being hyperbolic. Right? Reeve still confirmed that it was endless. So she took it seriously and she confirmed it. And then after that, she's like, I'm going to do this infinite, never-ending attack. Because Charmy has an inexhaustible supply of magic power. So it's definitely referring to an infinite endless, not just a hyperbolic endless. And let's say luck cannot sense infinite distance. It doesn't matter because Reeve still affirmed it. So it doesn't really matter if you say luck can't. Like, people will use like a certain like debunk of luck at first not sensing something, and then he later senses it once they get closer. But they don't realize that luck actually has two different ways where he senses mana. He has his regular mana sensing, and then he has like, it's almost like a spell, but doesn't have any names for it, where he like actually focuses on sensing things. So basically, at first he couldn't sense these elves, then he focused on the sensing, and then he could sense them. When Luck's in Glamour World, he is focusing on sensing Glamour World, which means it's actually, the feat doesn't really work because he's using a higher level of mana sensory anyways. Plus, there is actual evidence that he can sense infinity. Because, for one, we know that Dante has infinite mana. And Zenon, even in the pre-time skip, is relative to Dante. Finitely relative. Which means Zenon would also have infinite mana, and Luck sensed that and was scared of it. So, he actually has, in canon, sensed an infinite amount of mana, so why couldn't he sense an infinite distance? But, can you liberals stop saying the movie is canon? $2 super chat, appreciate that, Matt, but good meme, good meme. No. I need to actually message him. We had, like, a whole, like, discussion day set up, and then he ended up having something come up, and then we were going to try to plan a different one, and then that was when the Black Clover movie was coming out, so I'm like, damn, I can't do it that day. We got to do a watch party. But yeah, I do want to still talk with him, because he's a cool guy, and that'll be a fun thing to discuss. But yeah, I'll have to reach out to him again. Just simple stuff. So this is basically no different from, for example, Dragon Ball characters having infinite attack potency or power, and they use Super Saiyan to get even stronger. So, if Goku can use Super Saiyan to get even stronger, then Magna can use Soul Chain Deathmatch and take a fraction of his power. Like, you can still have fractions of power with infinite power. So yeah, so there, you guys are misunderstanding things. Just because something is infinite does not mean it cannot be divided, and it does not mean that it cannot run out. Because if we go by that logic, there's a lot of verses that pretty much everybody considers they have infinite power, but then we'd have to say no, they don't by that logic. So, but I understand it doesn't really sound like it makes sense until you like look into levels of infinity. Which that's the other thing, right? This guy says, Darth Goku, and this is a good question. If Dante has infinite mana, how did he run out of mana against Magna? Even if his mana was cut in half by Soul Chain Deathmatch, half of infinity is still infinity. This is the answer. You have infinite power, right? You have infinite magic power. But if you produce a feat that has infinite power, infinity minus infinity can be 0. Or you can have infinity minus infinity, and you can get down to a finite number. So, like, I understand, like, if we're going by, like, a lot of, you know, things that, like, sound like it makes sense, like, oh, well, it's infinity. That's, you can't, you know, infinity divided by 2 is still infinity. Yeah, like, I get it. But then we'd have to go, like, okay, well, then there's no use of using the Super Saiyan multipliers. If we go by conventional math, the Super Saiyan multipliers wouldn't make Dragon Ball characters any stronger. I'm interested in seeing your justification, Rapid Cougar. I think you DM'd me that, right? But $2 super chat from Matt. Why do you like big black hairy feet? Well, I'll see you later, man. Thanks for the super chats, but don't know why you're bringing that up. But thanks for coming in. Thanks for the super chats, Matt. Appreciate that. But damn, I feel like every stream as of late is turning into talking about infinity and stuff in Black Clover, like infinite power and shit like that. Which is funny, but maybe you guys will understand more. I need to go and redraft my Universal Asta video because the movie actually added more stuff to it. Damnatio versus Morgan or Ossier. Who's winning in your opinion? That's still really hard to argue. We really just need more feats. We've barely seen Morgan do anything. We've barely seen Ossier do anything. We've barely seen Damnatio. Well, the most we've seen is Damnatio. But he's not like going against crazy like high tiers or whatever. Oh my god, Gaga. That'd be so funny if that actually happened. Yeah, no, definitely, guys. I've mentioned this in videos and streams before. When the Black Clover manga is over, or if we ever get to a point in the manga where there's no more Paladins, then I will do a Paladin ranking video. But doing it right now, it's kind of fruitless because we barely know anything about most of the Paladins. Where's Asta scaling in terms of power? High universal up to fourth dimensional. Because Zenon creates hyperspaces. Hyperspaces have to be at least fourth dimensional. Oh, Asta versus Natsu. As of right now, I would probably pick Natsu, but I would need to. I'm gonna reread Fairy Tail at some point. I'm almost done with my JJK reread. Then once I finish that, I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly, but other videos I have in the works: Asta versus the Espada, Asta versus Mosh from Marshall, Asta versus Meliodas. Exactly, Louis. That's a good point. People say that Tabata doesn't know what light speed is, even though he made a physics manga. Yazid, Asta sword is not heavy. This is the other thing. Holy shit, guys. Holy crap. I have seen so many comments on my shorts and TikToks where I talked about how heavy is Asta's swords. You don't know how many people think Asta's swords are not heavy. I'm not even joking. People just randomly think, and Yasi just said right here, Asta's sword is not heavy. How do you read Black Clover and think Asta's swords are not heavy? That is literally a plot point of the series, that Asta's swords are heavy. I literally do not get it. Okay, Lizzie, when it comes to the anime of Fairy Tail, I don't know. When it comes to reading the manga of Fairy Tail, you should absolutely get to the end of it, because it is really, really good. Yo, Shelly. Oh, have you read the books, or did you just get them? Let me know, because I'm in the middle of book 3 still, because I've gotten so busy. But hopefully you enjoy it, because I think that they're really, really good. Anybody who likes anime, or I guess shonen, battle shonen, they're gonna love those books. Because the guy who wrote it is a weeb, and he wants his books to be not turned into movies, but animes. So I don't think any of the Black Bulls are dead yet, Gaga. Yeah, exactly, dead meme train. Like, you have the narrator of Black Clover saying that they're heavy. You have multiple characters saying they're heavy. You have the data book saying that they're heavy. But for some reason, people are commenting like, oh no, they're not heavy. They just drain your magic, and that's why it makes you think that they're heavy. But that just doesn't work, because it takes time to drain mana. And Julius thought the swords were heavy the instant he held them. So no, Darth Goku, because it doesn't work like that, because they're even heavy to Asta. So if they weren't heavy to Asta, that would just contradict to like how he's stated that they're heavy, because it's actually also another plot point that when he wielded the Demon Slayer sword against Mars, he was too slow because the sword was too heavy. The Demon Dweller sword was lighter than the Demon Slayer sword, even though it still is heavy. How far does Magna get through Bleach? Pretty far, actually. I have no, like, I don't know Naruto scaling, but Outer Reversal Madara seems like crazy wank. That sounds like crazy dick riding to me. Berserk do have heavy sword. Yazid, the swords of Black Clover are heavy. Please read the actual series before coming in here. Like, I don't know if you just got recommended this stream randomly, but man, go read, bro. Go read, bro. It's all love, but you know, it's one thing, like, people will tell me that the sword's not heavy, and it's fine. I'm fine with it. It's when they think I'm the idiot for saying the sword is heavy that just is annoying as all hell. There's a comment I wanted to read, but I can't see it. Somebody saying like they were new to the channel or something like that. Dang. Oh, there it is. From Condoriano. Hi, man. I'm new to your channel, but wish I found your channel sooner. You got me back into Black Clover. Thanks, man. Well, thank you for watching. I'm glad I get you into Black Clover, or get you back into it. I wonder what I did to make you get back into it. I'm glad, though. I think Madara is more than multi-continental. Third Eye Madara is planetary. I think planetary is definitely fine, based on like what Spencer and I have talked about, and he showed me. Any Universal stuff aside from obviously Power Crazy series sounds silly. Oof, ouch. I mean, it probably sounds when Dragon Ball became Universal from the Goku and Beerus clash. Everybody thought that was crazy when it really wasn't, but it is funny how people treat like power scaling when it comes to that. I've only been here a month or so, but I'm dedicated to watch your. I love your content. Well, I really, really appreciate that. Really do, guys. But you watched a Madara versus Lucius battle shorts, and Madara got every point, and the reason was that he was outer, and that Lucius is a fodder copy. How is Lucius a copy of Madara? Lucius has taken inspiration from Yuhabak and Aizen. What? Yeah, I've seen decent arguments for Solar System Kaguya. Yeah, I think Planetary at the very least. Oh, I know, Joe High. Is it Joe High or Joe Hell? Sorry, or you might be Yo High or Yo Hell. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. But yeah, on TikTok and on YouTube Shorts, Black Clover is heavily downplayed. It's actually crazy. People just have a very distorted and twisted idea of how strong Black Clover characters are. Like, people still lowball the series to country level. In fact, I'm going to be doing another TikTok tomorrow where I'm responding to some dude who gave his own thoughts of Asta versus Naruto no hands. I'm not going to, like, say who wins. I'm just going to debunk his ass arguments for how strong Asta is without powers. Like, he thought Asta with no anti-magic is hypersonic and country level. Like, bro, what are you reading? It's just crazy. People are crazy with it. Asta with no powers versus Manga Deku. Oh, Asta claps. Me Crabbers, if you haven't, go watch my Asta versus Yuji no powers video, where I show you how strong Asta is without his powers, and it's definitely way above Deku. Herbert Timms, that's a complete lie. It's an absolute lie. The Black Clover movie did really well. So well that I have heard from sources that Netflix wants more Black Clover, that Netflix is begging for more Black Clover. No, it did not do bad at all. Anybody who's saying that is literally just a Black Clover hater that has no idea what they're talking about. Well, that's good, Planet Jeff. Asta versus Ichigo. I'll probably do that eventually. I also want to do, like, Lucius versus Aizen or Lucius versus Yuhabak. Someone said Asta wasn't FTL Plus my server. Do you have a speed calc? Do I have an Asta speed calc scale? Yeah, they're in a bunch of my videos. So, go look at... I think I have a video dedicated to Asta speed if you just go watch that. But it's literally capped to say he's not MFTL Plus at this point. Like, for example, you can just say, oh, he scales above Mereoleona, who, her attacks have been scaled anywhere from 16 to 300 plus times the speed of light. If you just chain scale from there on out, he's well into MFTL Plus. You also have the fact, if you just assume Mereoleona's attacks are moving at light speed, even though we'd be going way higher, then you scale how much faster Asta was going than her attacks. You can actually get base Elf Arc Asta at MFTL or MFTL Plus. So, just simple stuff. I still think that's actually possible. Still, that Wolf Charmy theory. But I don't know if it's still gonna happen. But thanks. I'm glad you watched it. I'm glad you liked it. Jared, I have a friend that still says Black Clover isn't Lightspeed other than when Lumiere and Patry use their magic. Jared, so what you can say is, okay, when Patry and Lumiere use their magic, they're Lightspeed. If nobody else is Lightspeed, why are they able to keep up with those characters? If, you know, right? Like, that just doesn't make sense. So, yeah, there's other characters that are also Lightspeed and faster. Like, if Patry is Lightspeed, and then he gets Elf Patry, his elf form, that's way faster. Then there's Dark Elf Patry, which is way faster. And Asta and Yuno are relative in speed to Dark Elf Patry. And then Dark Elf Patry gets even stronger, which makes him even faster. And then Nozel, there are panels where we can see Nozel's Mercury is moving faster than Dark Elf Patry's Dark Light. So, or Demon Light. So, yeah, it's definitely, that logic just doesn't work. I've gotten this. Dumb idea. What if Lucita was the true final villain? That's not necessarily a dumb idea. I just think that it would need to be really well explained and brought up, and I just don't think it's going to be a thing. Oh, Gear 5. Bro, Gear 5 is like a cult. I like literally started scripting a video called The Cult of Gear 5. I probably won't release it. I was just kind of writing it for fun, but every time I see Gear 5 brought up, it's like super freaking culty. Like, you have to think this is the best transformation ever. You have to think that Gear 5 is the strongest character in fiction. It's like, holy crap, like, just based on design, that shit is not the best looking transformation. Could it be the best transformation ever in context of it being like how it was revealed in the manga? Sure. I don't know. I've only read 300 chapters of One Piece. But it's not the best looking one. Blast, Buru, like your profile pic. Mosh is the GOAT. $5 super chat. Appreciate that. Do I think Asta is the strongest new gen shonen main character or even the big three MCs? It depends on what you consider new gen. I think he's stronger than JJK, My Hero Academia, Demon Slayer, of course. I don't really scale Naruto, and I'm not into like I haven't really scaled much of the end of the Bleach verse. I would assume that like 1,000 Year Blood War characters are way stronger than Asta. So yeah, 1,000 Year Blood War Ichigo probably slaps Asta, but you'd have to tell me like what series. And those series, I actually have to have read them for me to like know, because I don't like to scale series or give my thoughts on how other series stack up to Black Clover unless if I've read them myself. What is the best looking transformation for me? Super Saiyan 4. Super Saiyan 4 destroys Gear 5. Like, in terms of how cool it looks as a transformation. Oh yeah, if just simple stuff. If Yuno does die, Asta get a massive rage amp. He really would. Probably Liebe too, because Liebe would be feeling for Asta. And you're right, McCrabbers. Shinra is stronger than Asta. So yeah, I mean, Fire Force is even newer than Black Clover. So no, if you're going by new gen, as in if you're including other magazines, then no, he's not, because Shinra is stronger. Exactly, Dead Meme Train, exactly. Base to Super Saiyan 4 Enjoyer. And K. Lizzie, I have read the first 18 volumes of the manga of Slime, and I think it's really, really good. Yo, Samurai Tadpole, thanks for that $1 super chat. Appreciate that. You didn't type a message, but if you type a message right now, I will read it out for everybody. So if you got something to say, please say it. Roku, why did it be one of those guys? What do you mean by one of those guys? What's going on here, bro? How good Noct will be as an antagonist, not Morgan? What do you mean? Like, how do you think? Do I think he'd be better as a villain than Morgan? Because it does not seem like he will become one. Samurai Tadpole, Super Saiyan 4 should make a comeback somehow. Dude, totally agree, Samurai. Totally agree. Super Saiyan 4 is such a cool transformation. It makes so much more sense within the lore of Dragon Ball. Way better than Super Saiyan God. Way cooler form. Really hope it comes back. It will be coming back in my What If I'll be making for my Dragon Ball channel again. But well, when you guys are talking about Attack on Titan, when Attack on Titan comes back, I want to do a video. Could Asta stop the rumbling? Because I've seen people think that Asta can't fight giants, even though he's literally fought giants, like 2 giants now. Somebody, Sheer, have I read Toriko? Yes, I have read Toriko. Toriko is one of my favorite manga of all time. When I read it, it like immediately became my second or third manga of all time. But since reading Bleach, I think Bleach is better. Let me see. So Black Clover is number 1 for me. Number 2 is really hard to like settle on. I'd probably put My Hero at number 2, Bleach at number 3, Toriko at number 4. So, and I've read like a lot of I'm not like the most experienced manga reader, but I've read a lot of manga, like a lot. So like it's to put it at number 4 means I like it. I love that manga. I love Toriko. I was really disappointed that Build King, because I really liked Build King when it was coming out. Really disappointed that it didn't do well, because I would have loved to eventually make videos on that. But yeah, I don't think Lasita is gonna be the final villain. I just don't. I'd have to see the theory, I guess, but I don't see any decent evidence to why she'd be the final villain. And Weezo, I have not read Blue Lock yet. I don't really like soccer, or what probably people call football. So I definitely don't really want to read a manga on it. Yeah, Light. I probably will get into scaling it. I really like Bleach. It's super good, but I've kind of held off on scaling it because I don't want to do a Black Clover versus a Bleach video, and for it not to be very good. So like I want to reread, because I want to do Asta versus the Espada first. So I want to go back and reread that entire arc, and I still got a decent gist of the scaling, but I want to just make it like even better. So. People are hating on the Black Clover movie, and again saying that it's a copy of Naruto with the whole Conrad and Obito comparison. Can you please disprove them in the stream? How is that even an argument? That it's a copy of Naruto because of Conrad and Obito comparison? Like, what is the copy? Like, what is it copying from Obito? Or Obito. Okay, Lizzie, I've watched the first like 12 episodes of Hunter x Hunter and it was okay, but everyone tells me that like the opening sucks and you gotta get pushed through. But it's like maybe one day. I've Who wins, Noct or Nozel? Let's see. If we're going Spade Saga, probably Noct. Noct has like just as good, if not better, scaling than Nozel, and has way better abilities. Noct could just do all this his literal shadow clones, and it would probably just body him. And I do think that's Sekre. I really do think that. I think Asta, or not Asta, I think Yami will awaken his devil power, like his Kijin power, from the Demon Soul pill he probably ingested. Oh no, I'm streaming for a bit. Maybe if the leaks are crazy, I'll try and stream again tonight, but I got stuff to do. I gotta finish a members video. Gotta work on the next rip, but... Do you know Conquestor video? I don't know who that is. He said Gojo is above Asta. There's like... I don't think there's any good argument that put Gojo above Asta. Oh, so he's a big channel, but it's full of shorts. Gojo versus Asta. So you got Strength Asta, Speed Asta, Intelligence Gojo. Wait, this is Teen Gojo? How does Teen Gojo have more experience than Asta? Oh, wait. He said that... Oh, this is adult Gojo now. Yeah, I mean, that's... I think these shorts, like, versus battles where it doesn't even justify anything and it says, oh, this character has better strength, this character has better... blah blah blah. They're like, they don't even provide an argument, so they're just really not even worth going over, in my opinion. Like, Asta has so many win conditions over Gojo. So many win conditions against Gojo. He has so many ways to win, but that's whatever. That's what happens when you have a goated character. People just put him against everybody and think they win. Because Gojo is the freaking GOAT, but... Gojo above Ichigo? I probably would put Ichigo. Like, I don't know. Like, Gojo is busted. His ability is so cool. But I think there's enough, like, stuff that goes against it. Like... Just look at what Toji did against Teen Gojo. And sure, that's Teen Gojo. It's not current Gojo. But I'm pretty sure Gojo got rid of Inverted Spear of Heaven for a reason. It means it would still work on his current powers. Because it's power nullification. And Asta is literally just a Toji on steroids with also a supernatural energy amping him with it, which is anti-magic, so... But... I'm actually going to be doing a video, a versus battle that includes Gojo, where he's going to win, though. I've done, like, 3 versus battle videos on Gojo where he's lost, and I want to do one where he wins. Because I don't want the pendulum to swing too far. I think it started off, everybody thought Gojo was just completely busted, solos every verse. Now I think it's gone too far in the other way, where a lot of people think that he's really not that strong, which is, it's not true. He actually is very, very strong. Oh, somebody was spamming. Oh, Blaze Viper. It looks like, oh yeah, I think you've actually said this a lot. Please don't, like, if you're saying it like every few minutes, that's fine. But don't, like, keep asking the same thing over and over again, unless if you wait a few minutes. But, I think Mega will be the best female villain in Black Clover? I don't know. It's hard to say if she would be the best villain of all time. Female villain of all time. But Zoro's above Asta in all categories. Dude, that's the thing. Like I was saying, shorts like that, TikToks like that, of that scaling, where it just says each category and it gives the edge to a character on certain categories and it doesn't say why, those videos are worthless, in my opinion, when it comes to actually scaling. Because it's basically them just saying this character is stronger. But they're just saying they're stronger in that. They're still providing no argument. Clothespin said items like the inverted spear of heaven would not work on the current Gojo. They still would. That's like why he, held them. And domain amplification and the effects, like the sure hits of the domain, which are power amplifications, still work on Gojo. Like Gojo, like, I think it's stated that he like put it at the bottom of the sea or whatever because he was so scared of that weapon. I mean, maybe Clothespin has an argument that does support it, but I don't see that being supported. I think he might use the fact that Gojo resisted domain amplification, but that still wouldn't work. Asta has like 7 layers of power nullification. It would just completely net Gojo's resistance to power nullification. I don't have a least favorite sport. My favorite sport is American football. Blaze Viper, what grade would I give Black Clover? I give it a 9.5 out of 10. Oh shit. I just kicked my desk. That's probably really loud for y'all. But yeah, I love Black Clover. I love JJK. A Super Saiyan 4 fan. They treat Super Saiyan 4 like the Holy Grail Dragon Ball transformations and consider every format after is trash. I disagree with that. Anime Master. Yeah, Gaga. Clothespins and I will discuss. I think as long as he still wants to, I'm still down with talking to him. I'll need to message him. Because that'd be a fun discussion. Because he reacted to my video of Asta vs. Gojo. And some of his contentions that he had with it, I didn't think were very good. And then also, I just didn't get to put every single argument into the video as to why Asta wins either. Because it would have been too long. But give me my dumbest theory possible. My dumbest theory possible. What is it? Let's see. My dumbest theory possible would have to be Seke becoming an angel. Win is Universal Asta in the next couple months. Like I said, this week is going to be a video on his Yuji special grade level. Next video is going to be the Wizard Kings vs. the Hokage. There's probably going to be another JJK video after that. And then maybe it'll be Universal Asta. I need to like also nail down what my plan's going to be. Oh yeah, I plan on Jeff. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about, but yeah. Joe, hi, I do agree Super Saiyan 4 is unique. It actually is unique, but is Asta's imaginary friends. That was a joke theory, though, so I wouldn't even consider that. I would not consider that an actual theory, because it was a joke, but well, Maki, that's a theory that Asta will be low multiversal at the end of the series, because I think Lucius is going to just perform a legit low multiversal feat. Yeah, I think Asta will end up being low multiversal by the time the series is over, but like I don't think he is right now. He's already the Dark Lord. Good job, Rapid Kukuga. That's a good one. Plot twist, Asta dies and Finral sacrifices his life to teleport him back to Earth as a living being. I don't know about that. Sailor Moon versus what is a good video? Oh, like Asta? Yeah, she's strong. You cannot let Six slide about his commentary on you. I don't think it's that big of a deal, for one. And like, I don't think I need to make another video, because a lot of people who watched his reaction to it didn't think, like, as long as they actually watched my video too, I won. I already won, so I don't care. Maki, what does Asta's 7-layer power nullification do to Gojo's hacks? So, like, this is, like, the argument. People say that Gojo would resist anti-magic because domain amplification is power nullification, and he resisted that once he raised his own power level. So people say that, oh, well, anti-magic is just power nullification, so if somebody goes to attack Gojo with it, or if Asta goes to attack Gojo with it, he's just going to raise his power level, and it's not going to work. But that wouldn't work, because Asta, his anti-magic, has worked on people with resistance to power nullification. And you can stack it to, like, 7 layers of resistances. So, it would work on Gojo. And, to be fair, like, Asta wouldn't even need to touch him anyways. Asta has shown the ability to teleport anti-magic inside of people. A lot of people miss it, but he's literally done it. So, yeah. And that's the thing, right? Is that Prison Realm was essentially sealing and power nullification, and it worked on Gojo. So, no, I don't think anybody in Black Clover is multiversal. I don't think anybody in Black Clover is multiversal right now. Just simple stuff. No. Sailor Moon versus Saint Seiya. That'd probably be interesting. Hunter x Hunter is no power, just scales. Or no power scale, just skills. I mean, yeah, I've heard Hunter x Hunter is weak. JJK is actually, you could argue, pretty strong for what people think. That a lot of people think that JJK is weak as fuck with hacks, but I think it's decently strong with crazy hacks. But Gojo only wins most of his fights based off hacks, nothing else. Here's the issue that I take with your statement. Is your statement technically true? Yeah. But that's also Gojo's ability. That's his ability. So yeah, like, he's gonna be, when he wins his fights, he's gonna be winning with his ability. It'd be like saying, like, Goku, oh, he's only, like, that strong. He can only beat blah 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 because he's so powerful. It's basically the same thing, but like, technically Asta wins most of his fights with anti-magic. He's still strong without anti-magic, but you get what I mean. Who in your OP who in my OP? Oh, opinion. Can solo Dragon Ball, Black Clover, One Piece, Bleach, and My Hero Academia. So what is that? Dragon Ball, Black Clover, One Piece, Bleach, and My Academia. The Emperor of Mankind from Warhammer would solo all of those verses. Wait. In physics, you can travel through time by reaching light speed, but in power scaling, you need a measurable speed to travel through time. Why does a measurable not scale light speed? So that's actually not necessarily true. You technically can time travel why not even you don't even need light speed to time travel. If you just get relativistic speeds, that'll be crazy time discrepancy. So you don't need light speed for one. For two, it's not really necessarily how it works, because we don't see these time dilations from light speed characters in most verses. In most verses, they go light speed or they go beyond light speed, and they're just moving at those speeds. They're just physically moving at those speeds. They're not going through time. So that's why there's different tiers of, light speed and immeasurable speed. Yeah, the Emperor definitely outhacks his Yuhabak. Emperor in Mankind and Warhammer 40k in general is literally busted. But no, that would not inherently make Deku faster than light if Deku ignored inertia, since the force was supposed to stop things. So, no, it would not make him FTL. I kind of need to, okay, what's the definition of inertia? I remember I actually debated somebody on this before, and they were trying to say that this actually made him inaccessible speed. Yeah, based on, inertia and shit, just looking up right now, I don't see how him bypassing the law of inertia makes him FTL. Newton's first law of motion, inertia. An object will not change its motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. If it is at rest, it will stay at rest. If it's in motion, it will remain at the same velocity. Objects with a greater mass have more inertia. It takes more force to change their motion. What does that have to do with light speed? Oh, because a lot of people will take Deku ignoring the law of inertia and say that he has infinite or inaccessible speed, which just doesn't make sense. I have read Vigilante's La Casa, and I absolutely love it. Yeah, Dead Meme Train. If you go look at Versus Battle Wiki and see how strong they are, and also know that they are massively downplaying the verse, you'll see, what do they even have Emperor of Mankind right now on Versus Battle? So, Emperor of Mankind on Versus Battle Wiki is Outerversal. So, Warhammer is a very, very powerful verse. Partially because of how old it is and how much content there is. But movie Asta versus Princia. Oh, if it's Devil Arm movie Asta, he beats Princia, yeah. Oh, yeah, they're I'm pretty sure Cthulhu is stronger than the Emperor of Mankind. LTY, I would love for Conrad to return. Definitely would. Anime Master, yeah, crossovers like that are going to be more likely to happen once, series are done. Once Black Clover's done, I'll probably start making Black Clover what-ifs, like I used to make Dragon Ball what-ifs. No, I do not scale that, Demetrius. I've barely even seen anything of it. Oh, that's a good question. Just Simple Stuff. Just Simple Stuff asks, wait, how did Asta last longer in the movie with Devil Arm than the fight against Dante? Here, let me just show you. Because this is actually a really good question. I see a lot of people ask it. But I think we can just tell. Excuse me. Oh, God. I'm dying. Okay. So, this is why. Like, it's not stated why, but we don't need statements to logically deduce what happens. Alright. This is Asta, right before his devil arm, fighting alongside Yami, helping him. He can't even produce a full wing. He can only go... This is just his regular black form 1 with 1 horn. And he can't even actually fully do it, because regular black form has a bigger wing. Also, barely any anti-magic on his sword. Asta, at this point, is way more deprived of stamina and vitality than the one in the movie. The one in the movie could still have his Black Form 2 Black Divider out. So that's why I think he could last way longer with the Devil Arm in the movie. And also explains why he had also more anti-magic in his Devil Arm. And yeah, I was just coughing, guys, because I'm chewing gum, and I like swallowed some of the juice, and it just went down the wrong pipe. But glad you liked it, Nathan. Black Bulls goat. Black Bulls goat. Black Bulls don't even got their whole squad. Black Bulls don't even got their heavy hitters, except for Noct. And I guess Luck, kind of, but... yeah, no Asta, no Yami, no Noel, and Finral and Vanessa are there, but can't help. And they are still standing. Also, guys, Charmy's not even using her Dwarven form yet. This is not the close to the full power Black Bulls. So, I have not smoked crack. No. If you die, can have the channel? No. I'm sure it's going to be going to either my girlfriend or my best friends or my family. So, I'm sure that if I died, my channel would probably go to one of my best friend who actually knows manga and anime, who is a Black Clover, My Academia weeb. It'd probably go to him, and I don't know. I have no idea. So I like to not think about what happens if I die soon. So but yeah, guys, I'm actually gonna end the stream. I need to get to editing. I'm behind because of my tendinitis, and now that it's doing a lot better, I need to get back ahead. But like I said, new video in the next few days. Members videos, gonna go finish those up. But yeah, thanks guys so much for the support, and thanks for tuning into the stream. I'm gonna try and stream again in the next few days. And hell, maybe if my schedule clears up, I'll try and stream tonight and talk about the leaks if they're that crazy. But thanks guys for the support.